so much for clicking on the channel and watching today's celebrity reading video. I wanted to do this quick intro just to give you some insight behind the scenes of this video. This is the first time I'm doing this, but I think it's important for everyone to understand how the spirit world works in giving us messages, okay? So I initially did this celebrity reading on Saturday evening, which was March 18th, and beautiful reading. I went deep, everything was going good, and then all of a sudden, 5 minutes into the video, it changed into a slow motion. Like it was recording normally, and then 5 minutes into the video, somehow it turned into a slow motion type of video. So it's something, I couldn't upload it. I couldn't do anything with that video, right? Well, immediately following, I didn't check the first video. So immediately following, I did the next celebrity reading again, almost 5 minutes into the reading. It was going perfectly fine, and then it turned into a slow motion video. So that was a message to me that the message that I was sending out maybe was not ready to be received yet by everyone. When spirit allows things like that to happen, I have to take heed and take notice. So I went and I purchased a new, because I do my videos on iPhones. So I purchased a new phone, and hopefully we don't have the same situation happen again, and we can get through this reading and get the message out to you. I'm going to do a completely new reading because, like I said, the previous one that I took for Camila did not work. Okay, so I just wanted to get that precursor out there to you, so you understand what else happened behind the scenes and how much energy I'm getting when I do these videos and when I tune into these celebrities. Okay, so stay with us, and I hope you enjoy this celebrity reading. All right, hello everyone. Let's get started with this celebrity reading for Shawn Mendes. So many of you asked for this reading. Actually, you asked for Camila Cabello and you asked for Shawn Mendes, and the request was to do them independently. So I am. I've already done the reading for Camila, and I will tag that in this video as well at the end, so you can click on that if you haven't already watched it. Very, very interesting. And even though I'm going to just put this already out there, even though I'm doing these readings independently of each other, there's a lot of energy between these two that still cross. So definitely plan to see that come through in the reading. I've got a few decks here. We're going to pull from the Energy Oracle, past, present, and future energies. I got a beautiful new deck here that we're going to pull the spread with. It's called Revelations Tarot by Zach Wong. Very beautiful artwork in these cards. And then we will clarify with the New Vision Tarot. I have my trusty support decks here. We have the Kipper deck, the Romance Angels, and the Twin Flame and Separation. And guess what that is going to be for? So let's get started with our read. Did you hear? I hope you saw the beginning, the intro video, to tell you how quirky these readings have been for me for the past couple of days. So, all right, let's get into some energy here. The little noise that you hear is my dog. He's walking around here. Teddy, sit, go. Go. Good boy. Go. All the way. All the way. He goes halfway and he looks back. He goes halfway and he looks back. Be good. All right. Angel, spirits, and guides, clarity and guidance. What energies do we have for... I don't think I've even introduced our person. So Shawn Mendes, he is a singer. And I'm sorry, I just kind of flipped over that, like thinking you already know everything. So we're going to be doing a reading on Shawn Mendes, date of birth 8/8/1988. He is a Leo sun sign. He is a singer, performing artist from Canada. And one of his most famous romances was with Camila Cabello. They got very hot and heavy during COVID, even moved in together. And then once COVID was over in November 2021, these two had a split that took everybody by surprise. And of course, they did mention, you know, it was amicable, they're still best friends, but I think I've seen Shawn or saw Shawn speak a whole lot more to his emotions and what he was feeling and how he was dealing with it. He struggles very much with anxiety as well. So this is definitely one of the hardest things that he's had to deal with. He has been seen and dating and going out with others. But this person, the energy that I get from Shawn, he's a very traditional type of person when it comes to his romances, and he does wear his heart on his sleeve as well, which is a little unusual for a Leo. But when Leos love, they love deeply, and they're very protective of their partners. So like I said, his most the most recent romance that has really been put out there in the public is one with Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter. Apparently they were seen at Miley Cyrus's debut album type of thing. And even though they didn't leave together, they were kind of just separately following each other out the door, something like that. She is an up-and-coming actress, singer, songwriter as well. She's really starting to be seen, have her brand seen for what it is. So I'm not too sure that I feel really good about this connection here just yet. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up. So here we go. Angel, spirits, and guides, clarity and guidance. What energies do we have for Shawn Mendes? Past, present, and future energy, spirit. Can you enlighten us and share the energy with us? Thank you. 2 more, please. 1 more. Thank you. The first card we have is Yin and Yang. Wow. Number 22, master number, so we don't touch it, we don't break it down. Then we have caring connections with the number 14, which breaks down to a 5. And then we have journey, the number 2, for future outcome, past, present, future. I feel like in the very recent past, he's come to a point where he's been able to really master his emotions, able to balance out himself, his creativity, his work, his family, his friends, and really just come full circle emotionally as a whole, is the energy that I'm getting. For caring connections, like I said, he is one who does wear his heart on his sleeve, and he gives all that he has when he truly cares about something. And there are at times when that can be so good to a fault for him. I do feel like he sees the best in everyone. He doesn't see when someone may be using him or have bad intentions to use him. That kind of energy, because he just doesn't see people that way. Yeah. But in the future energies, I see him going solo on a new journey, all his own. I don't see him hooked up here in the very near future. So Let's see what happens there. In the hidden energies, we have door to personal healing and happiness. And that's what he has been working on, his door to personal healing and happiness. And he's done a lot of work, and it's been very, very good for him. All right, let's see. All right, let's pull the spread. We're going to do a past, present, and future energy spread here. Angel, spirits, and guides, clarity and guidance for Shawn Mendes. Past energies, please. What can you share with us in the past energies for Shawn Mendes? Date of birth, 8/8/1988. Past energies. Future energies. Excuse me, present energies. One more for present energies. Sorry about that, Spirit. And then we have future energies. Spirit, thank you. Two more, please. One more, future energies. All right. Hidden messages at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Ten of Wands, followed by the King of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo. He has been dealing a long time with the heartache and the heartbreak. They broke up in November 2021. November 2022 was a year. Okay, so a year and 6 months that he's been dealing with this heartache, heartbreak. And he's finally released the burdens with the Ten of Wands energy. He's finally released control, accepted things for what they are. And now he's looking forward with the King of Wands energy to putting his true energy into something. There's something that he wants. And what's interesting, we have the Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands. So something that he felt was truly over, truly done. He's taken a second look at that with the King of Wands energy. He's taking a second look at that and wondering, is that still what I want? Even though there's a nail in this coffin, is this still what I want? That King of Wands is looking directly at that Ten of Swords. Okay. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Push this down here. All right, past energies. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Sun card. Okay, so again, like I mentioned, I truly feel like even though he was very badly wounded in the heart space of this last relationship, he is finding the happiness and the joy of moving forward, moving into the future, releasing control. He really saw a future with this Queen of Pentacles, someone he saw that he could build with, that he could create with, that he could be abundant with, someone who was very grounded. Now, if you saw Camila Cabello's video, she came out as this Queen of Pentacles for me. So now that this is over in the past, he's finding his new light. He's finding his new journey. He's finding his way, right? Present energies. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Emperor, Page of Wands, and the Emperor, followed by the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's some type of message or communication here with this Page of Wands that is going to be coming through. And this is regarding someone that comes in and out with the Knight of Wands energy out of his life. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of chemistry between these two, but it's never been stable, right? It's not been stable. Let's see. Future energies. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. Ooh, and we have the Seven of Pentacles, where there's been a lot of disappointments, a lot of mind trickery, a lot of pride. There's a lot of memory still there and a lot of contemplation about this. So let's get some, this is going to be interesting. Let's get some clarifiers here. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please. Clarify the Nine of Wands. What are the trials and tribulations here for my Shawn Mendes? What are the trials and tribulations here and the wounds? So we have the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, the trials and tribulations were the heartbreak and this love that he was very wrapped up in. He gave a lot to this connection, heart and soul, and it truly broke him when this connection did not go the way that he had intended. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. What do we have here for the Queen of Pentacles, please? Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, please. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have the Hanged Man and the Seven of Swords. I feel like in the past, he really did contemplate quite a bit on what happened, what broke this relationship. He definitely felt cheated out of this long-term committed relationship. And it took him a long time to get true perspective on what was happening and why it happened. And he definitely had to draw boundaries where this person was concerned. He's like, I can't keep doing this. Oof. Let's clarify the Sun, please. Clarify the Sun for Shawn Mendes. Oh, all three came out. Okay. Wow. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Fool, and the Seven of Wands. Though there was immense love here, immense passion, immense chemistry, he had to stand his ground. He had to take a stand and say, it's going to be this or I'm moving forward. And I don't want it to sound like an ultimatum, but I think they just both were going in different directions and they had to pursue what they had to pursue for each of their own interests. I don't feel like it was a selfish energy. I felt like it was timing. Timing may have been the culprit that killed this at this moment. But he was ready to finally, you know, take a stand and say, you know, as much love and compassion, the depths that I feel for you, it's time for me to find some joy and happiness and move forward. It's hurting me just to say that. So for present energies, just going to reiterate, we have the Page of Wands, the Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. The Emperor being Aries energy. There's a lot of fire energy here with the Nine of Wands, Page of Wands, and Knight of Wands, with the King of Wands, Ten of Wands. A lot of fire energy. Okay, what do we have with the Page of Wands? What's the energy here with the Page of Wands and present energy? One more, please. Okay, we have the Strength card, Leo energy. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like someone reached out here. Not sure exactly who this may be, but someone did reach out here and expressed their interest. I do feel like Shawn is holding back quite a bit in this connection. And I do feel like we're talking about the Sabrina connection right now. He realizes he needs to move forward, he needs to go on, but he's holding back quite a bit emotionally where this connection with this person is concerned. He's not giving his all, that's for sure. See, we got Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. He's like, okay, I'll play. Let's clarify the Emperor, please. One more for the Emperor. We have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Temperance card, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. So I'm trying to figure out how can I explain this. You know, even though like we know we should do something logically, like the logical part of you says, move on, go forward, does not mean that your heart space catches up to that immediately, right? It takes a while. So it's taken Shawn a long time to really, especially with his Emperor energy, grab a hold of his world and create that stability and that nurturing energy and that happiness from within that was taken away when him and Camila split. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Ten of Pentacles. This disconnect, this distance with that patience, the Sagittarian Temperance card, it took a while for him to get to this grounded energy again, to become the king of the castle or the king of his world again. He was down and out for a very long time. And he may not be completely on top of everything, but he's definitely put the hardest part of dealing with the emotions behind him. I do feel, especially with the Knight of Wands energy, if this person were to come back, oh, my nose, the chemistry and the spark would be immediate. Like he wouldn't have to soul search for Do I want to or don't I want to? Like, it would be immediate. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands, please. Clarify the Knight of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands, the Justice, and the Five of Wands. So now this Knight of Wands person is coming back in saying, hey, I know this is over. I know you released the energies because the Ten of Wands came out twice. But you know what? I want back in the competition with the Five of Wands. I want back in. And this time I will be fair. We will play fair. We will reciprocate equally. It will be just and true. The only thing that I don't like about this is this person is coming in as a knight. It's a low vibrational energy. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure we could trust that yet, but they're definitely coming in with the offer. They're coming in with the offer. See, there's that Page of Pentacles at the bottom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's start again. Let's do this again. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords and the future energies. We see some pride here. Let's see. 2 more, please, for the Five of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. What I tell you, someone definitely coming through. We have the Knight of Chalices, the King of Pentacles, and the Knave of Wands. I always saw you as my true person, my long-term partner with the King of Pentacles energy. I want to come back in with that Knight of Cups. Let me woo you. Let me talk to you. Let's start over again. You know, I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely going to play on the headspace. Let's clarify the Five of Cups. Yeah, this person definitely wants to be seen with the Six of Wands there. Like, look at me, see me, let's do this. Let's clarify the Five of Cups. They have some regret, definitely from whatever happened here in the past to split them up. There's a lot of regrets, sorrow, sadness, disappointments. Again, the Five of Swords, wow. By the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Ooh. This person has regret that when they walked away the first time, or when they walked away from Shawn before, and moved on, it was not coming from a good space, especially with this Five of Swords. It wasn't coming from a good space. And, you know, they're really feeling the regret of thinking that they could move on and find something new, moving on to calmer waters, moving on to the happy side of the island, because what they were looking for, they did not find. They didn't find it at all. So they think that coming back to Shawn is going to get them what they want. Not too sure about that. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, so let's see. Let's see. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. The Queen of Chalices, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Whoops. Whoa, looks like Shawn is going to have to make a choice. from what he has known before and something new. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. And again, like I said, I've always felt the Queen of Pentacles is Camila's energy. Even though she's a Pisces sun sign, I definitely feel the Queen of Pentacles is her energy. And I do feel like she will be coming back into the picture here and turning Shawn's world upside down, because he's not sure that he wants to go through all of that again. He's not, I mean, it took so much. When you have gone through the hurt and dealt with it, it's so hard to say, okay, do I want to try again? Do I want to do this? Because it was so painful to get over the first time, right? So like I said, I definitely feel like their energies are still intertwined. I don't feel like these two have completely cut off from each other. Yes, Shawn has definitely done some healing, and he's a little bit farther ahead in the process than Camila is, but he still does think about this. He still does feel this person's energy, and he still has not given his true heart and self to anyone else at all. At all. Wow. Okay. Let's do romance angels, angel spirits and guides. What do we see here for Shawn Mendes? I'm going to be specific. What do we see here for Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter? Do we see a future? Do we see love for Shawn Mendes and Camila Carpenter? One more, Shawn Mendes and Camila Carpenter. Last one, please. Shawn Mendes and Camila Carpenter. Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter. Oh my God, I can't say it. I said Camila. Shawn Mendes and Sabrina. Thank you. We have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I do feel like they're just really enjoying each other right now. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Feel like this is the choice that he's going to have to make in the future. And it says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yeah. Ooh, he's going to have to choose. Gonna have to choose. Oh my gosh. At the bottom of the deck, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. He's in separation from Camila. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And then we have reconciliation, from someone from your past is returning. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. Just wow. All right, let's see. I'm going to do twin flame and separation for Shawn and Camila. Like I said, I still definitely feel like their energies are so intertwined. Let's see if there are any messages from Shawn to Camila. Any messages from Shawn to Camila? What can you tell us, Spirit? Any messages from Shawn to Camila? And if so, what are they? Sorry, guys, that was a messy shuffle, but... Any messages from Shawn to Camila, please? Shawn Mendes to Camila Cabello. Any messages? One more, please. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. I think that sounds about right, because one of them was willing to go a little bit farther, one of them pulled back, and they're still best friends, so they say. The next card, I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I'm feeling very disconnected. It's very true. Yeah. So I really, again, like I said, I feel like there is still energy between the two, but I feel like Shawn has really dealt with his emotions and is farther along in the process and moving forward than Camila is. I still feel like Camila has a lot of work to do. And until she reaches that vibrational energy or that twin flame energy that will meet her and Shawn together again, these two are still going to travel very separate paths, but energetically will still be intertwined. I hope you can get that message. All right, there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much for requesting. Please continue to request. I got a lot more celebrity videos coming up this week, so stay tuned and enjoy. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not part of the Tarot Tribe, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. It is my pleasure to read with you tonight and to entertain you with these messages, and we'll chat again this week. Bye, everybody.